Oh, Yoshi sounds good. I like it. Not quite the beef of the Black Widow, but we shall see. Right, what's coming up then? I'm looking forward to the tank. I'm looking forward to the tank for a simple reason. One, I want to do it and I enjoy painting, but for two, I want to do a comparison. Now, I don't normally compare anything I'm doing to other people's work, let alone such a big channel, but I want to do a comparison with Del Boy's garage. He's made such a fuss about his Husqvarna and painting it to the point where he's built it as something new, where he's just blatantly painted white panels white and black panels black. He's had 2 goes in a professional paint shop and it looks fucking awful. It looks fucking awful. And I'm not going to sort of wax lyrical about technique, but fucking hell, watch him do it, Jesus. I wouldn't mind if it was billed as, hey fellas, this is the first time I've done this, or, you know, I've done this a couple of times before, so, you know, we're all learning together. You know, you see me doing stuff wrong, point it out, and we'll rectify it. It's billed as, I know what I'm doing, this is fucking brilliant, this is epic, and it's just not. It's just not. The results he's getting, it's just horrendous, and it's just some basic things that he's just point blank refusing to do, despite the fact that so many people are advising him to do it. Things like, you know, if he's after a professional finish, doing it in a fleece top is probably not a good idea. Sanding and blowing off sanding in a booth, which is just, I mean, never set foot in a booth, but I've watched enough videos to help myself learn to know that you just fucking don't do that. You don't introduce more shit into a clean system. It's just mental. So what I want to do is just do a comparison as to what I can achieve using as close to the right techniques as I can get. I am no expert, but I do listen, I do learn, and I do watch stuff. There are limitations. I'm not going to be doing it in a booth. I haven't got access to a booth. I'd love to. I would absolutely love to hire a booth and have a go, and I may have to look for one to find out. But what the fuck is going on here? It's just broken down. Yeah, so I want to do a compare and contrast, what I can achieve, what he can achieve, what I might actually do. And it's kind of, I'm umming and ahhing at the moment because I want to get used to using my air gun, but what I'm tempted to do is do a straight comparison, what I can achieve with rattle cans versus what he can achieve with all of the kit. In fact, bollocks, that's what I'm going to do. That brings it home a little bit more. So all of the people that are, you know, watching, doing, oh, isn't he brilliant, isn't he brilliant? Right, okay, this is what you can achieve at home with rattle cans. Yeah, I think I've hit on a theory there, hit on a formula, a winning formula. Right, that'll do me. I will catch you later, people. I'm gonna get something to eat. Okay, so it is now the next day, so it's now Friday, and my tank's here. Well happy. Got here yesterday actually, so when I got home from work, it was waiting for me in the world's largest box. Yeah. So let's have a look. It's not too bad, actually, I have to say. It is scruffy as you like, but frankly, for what I'm going to use it for, it's bang on.
it is fine. And looking round it, it's actually in quite good nick. It is scruffy, it's got nicks out of it. It's been repaired and repainted, I'm sure, because I can't quite see it because of the drip tray underneath it, but it's got some overspray on the bottom, but I think it's been professionally done because there is a lot of paint on there. It has been repaired at some point, I think, but that's not, it didn't come with a cap. That's the open with a flat-headed screwdriver, the one that was on the Thundercat when I got it. I just put it on there to stop the smell of vinegar percolating throughout the entire house. There's not really a great deal of point me doing that because you can't see a thing in there. It had flash rust in there, but I think it's okay, bearing in mind that they run through a filter on the way out anyway, so it's had about 3 litres, I suppose, of white vinegar in it. It came with a tap, which is handy. I had to block up one of the other gaps as well. That's what's coming out. So it is light rust. There's no lumps, there's no sediment in there, which would have concerned me. It's light rust, and frankly, I think a fuel filter will get rid of most of that. I definitely don't have COVID anymore because that absolutely honks. So what? I'm just going to give it a good swill around, probably for the rest of the day, and then probably tomorrow go for a tank swap. So what I'll do is take the existing tank off, take all the accoutrements, the taps, the pipes, etc., plug them onto this, bang this on, and run the bike on this tank while I sort out the main tank. Now, just to reiterate on the tank challenge, on the I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, the Derek paint test or something like that. I'm not doing, this isn't an attack on another channel. That's not my style at all, not in the slightest. But what I'm trying to do is point out that you can get just as good results, and I'm going to set myself that fairly low bar, but just as good results as you can get by using professional equipment in a professional environment in the hands of a bit of a lunatic. So essentially, what can you do at home? And that's the emphasis of my channel. I'm not trying to teach people. I'm nowhere near experienced or good enough or qualified to do that. That's not the point. What I'm trying to do is take people along the journey of me pissing around with bikes, and hopefully point out the fact that you can actually achieve some pretty good results with fairly standard equipment if you follow advice, teaching, learning, top tips from others, and learning from each other. And fundamentally, that's what I'm trying to do. So what I'm going to do is swap this one over, get the one off the bike, tag what I can out of it, fill it, rub it down, etc., etc. Now, the main thing that I'm going to do is point out when I am doing shortcuts. I'm not going to deny that I'm going to do them because it's my bike. It's not a project bike. I'm not doing it for somebody else. I'm not doing it for profit. I'm doing it to please myself. So I will happily point out when I do take shortcuts and why I've done it. So critically, the first one's going to be with the tank that's on the Thundercat at the moment. What you should do is strip it to bare metal and start again from scratch. I'm not going to do that because it takes forever to do. It's a really nasty job, and actually if I was selling the bike onto somebody, that's precisely what I would do and what I have done in the past. What I am going to do is rub it down, get to the base where I have to, where there is rust, cure the rust, and then use the existing paint that's on there as a good solid underbelly. That's obviously after rubbing it down, etc., etc., etc. So it's not just spraying on bare paint. So using what's there. Why? Because if you're going to do this in your garage and piss around with your own bike, frankly, that's probably what you're going to want to do as well. So next step is going to be letting the vinegar do its bit here, do the swap over. The bike's going to look a bit scrappy for a period of time. Fine, it's a commute bike, that's not a drama. And then there'll be a few vids of me trying to sort the tank and get it up into a good standard. And we'll see what we end up with. Will it be better than you can get if you hire all the equipment, if you hire all the bay, and then just learn nothing and do what you want to do? So be it, it's at your own risk. Or is it going to be something a bit better? Don't know yet. Let's see.